Hello and welcome back to Finding a Toria, a weekly TTRPG-focused podcast where a group of friends and lifelong gamers get together and discuss games, game mechanics, silly things, ridiculousness, caffeine.
Because that's a benchmark that everybody should know by now.
We're here. And it is, it's just two voices today. You've heard the totality of the studio. Throwback sort of thing.
I know.
I'm just staring across the studio at Bird.
There's
and
just us.
And this was never supposed to happen. All of our management and HR has said, don't let this happen. Don't just leave them in the studio. But they
know us well.
We are missing Arcadia today, who we are sending all of the healing vibes and thoughts to.
Yes.
And Jess as well. So it is just you and I, and we reconvene for another Vampire the Masquerade.
Clan comparisons.
Beginner's Guide to Clans. And you've got one and I've got one. And both of us said that we don't really care.
We don't really care who goes first.
Because it's us and we've been left to our own devices. I'm going to roll an anonymous die.
Okay.
And based on the anonymous outcome of that, it will show us clearly who's going first. Well, that's got to be you. See, and that's how randomness works on the podcast, folks. Tori, you've had this ready for a while.
I have.
Some scheduling issues, but I think you got back into it to polish it for the episode today. You found that there was a little bit even more than you had seen before. Tell us your clan. Tell us what you're going to talk to us about today.
Ravnos.
Oh man, I'm ready. I'm ready.
And in the handbooks we have, it's not in there anymore.
Yeah, well, there's a lot to say about the fate of the Ravnos and the modern knights, I'm sure. But for the beginners who we're talking to for these sorts of episodes, where we're taking a new VTM player and saying, hey, you might want to play a Ravnos. I'm going to put you in that position of making the case for. Tell us a little bit about the clan. Tell us about how we would be playing them.
Okay, so we're going to go with the nicknames right out the gate because I love these. Mm-hmm. The Rogues.
Oh, goodness. Okay.
Right. I was like, well, shit.
Well played.
Ravens.
Okay.
Vagabonds. Tricksters. Little chaos bombs. Mystics. Charlatans.
Oh.
Criminals.
Okay.
Deceivers. The Haunted.
Will.
Shapers, Seekers, Unwelcome, 100 Masked Clowns.
Okay, so that list gives you a very wide spectrum of images of Clan Ravnos. Maybe a little bit about their origins, a little bit about them.
Well, and they were okay. And I will go for this first. Mm-hmm. Their the attributes are now I think are animalism, obfuscate, and presence.
Okay.
And obfuscate and presence was basically, I think it got used to replace chemistry, which was one of their old ones.
Okay, so they have origins different than their modern knight construction. So I'm feeling like you're teasing an event here, a Ravnos.
Their bane is doomed.
Oh, well,
an unbirthed name.
Wow. So your unwelcome and your bane is doomed. What does doomed entail? Can you tell us more about why? I mean, they're all doomed to a certain, but why the Ravnos there?
Well, and I saw it compared to, let's see, running at gunpoint rather than just running, because if they sleep in the same ground.
Okay.
Every 24, they will go up in flame, like literally.
So they
nomadic. Have to run.
Okay, so this is their bane that you cannot
sleep in the same place twice.
So this immediately takes away from your beginner
player. You
have
no place to go.
You don't have a haven.
Nope.
You don't have a fallback.
Nope.
You're on the run at gunpoint. That's interesting. That in itself is just the hookiest of all hooks.
I know. But it could also be, and I'm going to say this right out the gate, it almost seems like I understand why it was controversial and what was done about it was controversial. But if that's the case, if they have the doomed part, you might have a problem with coterie.
Right.
Like, they might not be willing to not stay at the same place twice.
Right, because you have an almost need as playing any clan of vampire. One of the first things that I do almost always,
take away havens.
I take away havens
Like, no.
because they're just so powerful, and it's your fallback. It is what it's.
You
the
have
hidey
no
hole.
plan B.
The garage. So this takes care of that for you. But you're right. How are you going to convince a group of other aligned, other claned vampires?
Especially some of the clans that are out there, they need that.
Right. Like I'd say most of them thrive on that ability to hunker down, as it were. You would almost have to have the coterie needing the Ravnos above all things.
Right.
Like without you, we don't have
I
a plan.
think honestly, this would make a hellified NPC.
Right.
Like, run in, do this thing, and then they out.
Right. And sorry, you're relying on me as an NPC, and you're never going to find me in the same place, and that can be part of it. This is the last.
We
place
gotta
that he
find,
was.
yeah.
And he's always on the run. That's fantastic. That's great. Keep it going with Ravnos information. That laundry list of nicknames.
Let's see. They're unaffiliated.
Okay, so
They're
totally
they're also a big problem for the Camarilla.
right.
Camarilla. I don't.
'Cause-
we still like. Is there not consensus?
I think the consensus is either is right.
Yeah. So they're unaffiliated. They are like, when rankings wise in that side of the world,
Right.
they're below, or they're right above KTIF.
Okay.
Like, right above KTIF. Like, nope.
So
They're usually loners.
if I'm looking at this from a Camarilla perspective, and I am Ventru, and I am about the rules in the Masquerade above
Probably.
all, you're a liability daily, because the known knowns are what matter in the Masquerade. Where's the haven? Where are the lines? Where are the politics drawn? And you've got some wild random ass runners out there.
Another thing is their compulsion is tempting fate. They're a problem.
So not only are you running at
Some
gunpoint,
of them,
you're on
are on
fuck it
site.
for most of the time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Most of them are on site.
Great. So once again, I don't know how you can, but like that in a coterie, as a storyteller,
tough.
I'd love it, because you've got somebody who's side questing as a fucking hobby.
Chaos bomb.
Chaos bomb. And so
They're
anytime
chaos bombs.
anytime that you get close to your objective, you could it's like a wild magic in a fucking,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? All right. I'm loving it. I'm loving it all.
There was a split, and it looks like their Methuselah, or I'm sorry, one of their, like, and it I think it's Zapathura or Zapathura.
Okay.
It's a very long name that I'm probably mispronouncing, but he kind of in the week of nightmares, he went after like all of his own clan, basically. He was like, he was a slayer. He was, or a slayer or exterminator of demons. And so he
Okay.
went after his own people, was like, oh, no, we're going to clean house.
Okay.
He ended up, it looks like, here's a good one. Enoch embraced the thief, Dracian, to spy on all the other antediluvians. And that's what ended up with the end of the second generation.
Oh, so they were
He was
out
like,
there
yeah.
intel collecting for the okay.
Yeah. They think that he went, he's either dead or he's in torpor.
Or you're right. Okay.
But he's got 5 Methuselahs that basically served him for centuries. Those in the names are long, and
Sure.
they're Eastern, and I will absolutely, or like...
We don't need to open the butcher shop.
So there was a split. The West was the Path of Paradox,
Okay.
and the east which went to India, were like cased.
Okay.
The path of paradox is self-interest. They're chaos bombs.
Sure.
I can do that.
Right.
You can't do that. I'm going to do it, dude.
Yeah.
Like, don't tell me what I can and can't do. The Week of Nightmares was in 1999.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was a psychic bomb. The Ravnos cannibalized themselves. There's like 100 left. They're trying to call it a dead clan, but they think the 100 left, there's probably more just Masquerade or pulling Lasombra.
Mm-hmm.
They're deceivers for a reason.
Right.
Caitiff.
Right. Just playing the role of somebody else.
There was one that managed to get through, and I think this is canon, but it book canon.
Mm-hmm.
That one that was posing as Ventru and was able to get through it.
Oh, no kidding. So they could be
Prince of DC,
and that's the power of the Ravnos is that they are assumed to be scattered, low numbers on the run, and they can infiltrate up to city control in the Camarilla. That's pretty awesome.
So the tempting fate thing, they have to do something. It's going to be flashy or risky, or they take a penalty. So they have to do it that way, or else you're going to get... yeah, like, no, this is a built-in, like, if you're going to do this, you got to commit.
So you're telling me it's a 24-step staircase with a handrail, all cement. I'm doing the kickflip.
I'm going to ollie off the rail, like...
So it's for the flashiness. It's for the tempting fate and death. Otherwise...
They're dangerous as shit.
If they walk around just being ho-hum in life, they suffer.
And the anarchs are like...
So
they're like, yeah, come on.
The X Games silver medalists of... That's fantastic. And all under this umbrella of I can't have home. I can't stay no matter how good things are for me. I can't lay my head down in the same space.
They have can't in Modern Knights.
Rogues.
Dude, I was like, oh, this would be so much fun, but this would be problematic on so many levels.
Oh, yeah.
So
Driss has fangs.
Yeah. They have can't, secret collecting places to hide, knowing threats before they come to pass. Yeah, like they were originally like the Western one, the Path of Paradox one. And here is where part of the controversy lies. They are the Roma with 2 R's.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So they immediately, you can see why that slur with the GY is coming out of this.
Okay.
And how that was part of the decision, but it wasn't necessarily representation, kind of.
Okay.
But it's different.
Sure.
I mean, I'm not making excuses, but there's that controversy. Oh, we should get rid of it. Oh, but it's not.
Right.
So,
and this was a deep schism community wide.
It seems like there are people on both sides who are like, and it also, the unbirth name.
Okay.
It gives bonuses to know your name before you were embraced.
Really?
To the people who know who you were,
right,
they get extra.
That's
like,
pretty cool.
Actually,
yeah,
I know you.
No,
no you don't.
Bob from HR.
Shit. They are also there. You can be used as messengers, couriers, and travel guides.
I was going to say it's all
they're
built
moving.
In. Yeah, but you better not want to spend the second night at the hostel.
Nope.
Very, very
Keep
cool.
it moving.
All right.
And Dracula would be.
Couldn't stay in his
Even though it'd be, if we go by like normal standards, I got a jar of dirt Dracula.
Exactly.
Wouldn't really work for that. So that's the Ravnos.
That's fantastic, man.
I was just like, oh, this would be so much fun. But Butte would be tough.
And think about that for the beginning player, though.
I don't think it would be particularly a wise choice, but if you do it, commit
to it, and yeah, you are going to have problems that other players don't day one. Because as soon as they start to dally anywhere and the sun doth set,
you're like, no, bitches, we gotta go.
Right, and when I mean I'm leaving. I
have no choice.
Right, and it doesn't.
This
matter.
is not a we're gonna wait till 8:00 till the store opens. No, bitches, I gotta go.
And from that storyteller position, you get them absolutely ambushed someplace where they have to hide or die, and the clock doth tick.
And the only thing that the character is has to run.
Has to go.
They're running at gunpoint.
Yep.
There is no...
Time. That's fantastic. All right. Why don't we take a quick break here on Finding a Tori, digest all of that fantastic Ravnos information. And we're going to come back and I'm going to share a clan cool. It's everything I like about the game.
Cool.
They are everything I like about the game. Guys, thanks for staying with us, and we'll see you after the break on Finding a Tori.
When you sit down at the table, open the books, and spill out the dice, you're looking for an epic adventure. Tabletop role-playing is more popular than ever, and every day new players join our great hobby. My name is Steve Kellums, and I'm the host of the Epic Adventure Podcast. I'm just a fan with a radio voice, but joining me on this quest will be Mike Howlett, the co-founder of Oddfish Games, a great independent game company, and Christina Stiso, a PhD student studying game-based learning. Together, we will discuss all things tabletop gaming, from character creation to world building to setting and pacing. We will give you tips and tricks to make your games, well, epic. Like and subscribe to the Epic Adventure Podcast today.
This episode of Finding a Tori is brought to you by Wordleaf Media. The Finding a Tori podcast is looking for guests for our upcoming episodes. Are you or someone you know passionate about the TTRPG community and have a story to share? If so, contact us on our socials or reach out at wordleafmedia.com/findingatoria. And now back to your program. Welcome back from the break on Finding a Tori. You are here with Tori and myself, Malcolm, and we are in the middle of another vampire, the Masquerade Beginner's Guide to Clans.
Yeah.
And Tori, you have a
caveat.
Okay, bring us back.
The doomed aspect, it's just 1 mile.
Oh, okay.
And you are allowed to do, and it's 1 mile, and you can't stay the same place within the same 7 days.
Okay.
So you could orbit a city.
Oh, right. So you're not constantly looking for, and you can you revisit one later?
After a week.
Okay.
It's only in the same 7 days. And if you do something like a mobile haven, like a moving van.
Oh, come on. Now you're thinking. Now you're solving your own problems.
So.
All right. So there's hope for the Ravnos. There's still a gun to your back, but it's only loaded once every week.
Yeah.
All right. Very good. Very good. Well, it is my turn. I have deferred as long as I can, and I'm going to do my very best for a beginner's guide to Clan Hecata. And if I am mispronouncing anything, please let me know, because I don't care.
I was like, you can add them all you want.
Right.
There'll be everybody told me this next episode we do about this.
Right. So they are known as the Clan of Death, and they are not, are they a clan? Are they not a clan? There's so many things to get into, but what I wanted to say up front about this group in VTM, it is kind of everything that I like about the game. I really do enjoy how they move, the machinations of this group, and I'm going to get into them a little bit. They are known as the Clan of Death. They are not an originating clan. They are a usurped and taken over, and then there's a conglomeration thing, and I'm going to get into that. But let's learn a little bit about them first. They are necromancers. They are spirit traffickers, and they are family first power brokers. We've gone into a lot of different clans that sort of have that element of family first, clan first. These guys do it.
Okay.
They absolutely do it. And they are financially and politically entrenched. They are
You're not going to get rid of them?
They're movers and shakers in the mortal world, and they are always near those things that align with death. And we'll get into their history a little bit, but for my new beginner players playing them, you have a signature discipline, which I think it's very unique and awesome, and it's called Oblivion. And it is tied to the necromancy. It is tied to the shadow manipulation and the interaction with the underworld. So they can speak to ghosts. They play in the political and social currency of afterlife and secrets and memories.
Yeah, you could totally fuck people up with that.
And the manipulation
Ending
of
people
those.
won't be a good way to get rid of the evidence
And that's
anymore.
the thing, is that they don't look at death as this thing that ends something. They look at it as this transition into another power play situation. So they are working those machinations in the mortal world by being closely aligned with those industries and those professions that are near death. Morticians, funeral home directors, life insurance companies, these things that all trigger out and make money from the act of passing.
Dude, you can have one pose as like the cemetery caretaker.
Oh, I know. They've got great stuff in there.
Love that.
So you've got you've got this clan structure that is almost a family business, and it started with the Cappadocians. The Cappadocius was the antediluvian of this family, of this clan, and they were in necromancy. That is what they did, and it was all this pursuit of finding a way to control life and control death, and some of these ubiquitous themes through several clans. But along came the Giovanni, and August Giovanni decided that no, that would be their power. And so you had this period where before the Hecata formed, the Cappadocians were killed off, and the Giovanni took power. So one of the things that I think is very interesting about them, we talked about this ability, their supreme ability of Oblivion. They have a very interesting bane, and it's a clan curse, and it's called the Kiss of Death. And you think, okay, vampire, Kiss of Death, right. But if you think about that image Dracul of the entranced embrace, there's almost this comfort or, I guess, pleasure at the embrace for the person. And you never, you don't get the crying out and the, oh my gosh. So the embrace of anyone in this Hecata clan is the exact opposite of that. It is excruciatingly painful. You are made aware viscerally of what is happening to you, and intense agony and trauma. So whether they're feeding, whether they're turning you, no matter
it's
what
gonna
it is,
suck.
It above all things, you're not being dulled to that whatsoever.
Nope.
And in fact, their curse intensifies it to a point that it is it's kind of wild.
That would be harsh.
Absolutely. And then also
Your feeding style is like, nope.
right. You're never going to be quiet in the back of the club with some right. And there's usually a lot of gore and unnecessary damage that's done during this. So the big thing about Hecata is the family. And if you're in, you're in, but you're always representing the brand.
Yeah.
You are never just you.
Nope.
You get into some of these role play angles, and you were talking about these PC archetype ideas, and this mortician diplomat or this caretaker of the graveyard, and then like a debt collector who now does debts for memories with ghosts. Like all of these sorts of things are there, and we get into
the blackmail potential.
Oh, absolutely. And we talk about almost always inside of these clans this information. These guys do secrets better than anyone else.
Yeah.
Nobody's doing secrets better than the people that can talk to dead folks.
Yep.
And they traffic not only in the information, but the memories. They literally, it's their stock. It's their trade.
Right.
It's really kind of cool stuff. With them in a coterie, amazingly, they're not going to do too bad. They are independent. They have absolutely no care for or alignment with the Camarilla, the Sabbat anarchs. None of it. And they are really based on this entire idea of using their access to death and to unlife in that information as power. So one of the reasons why they're so amazing is because there was a family reunion. All of these necromantic clans, the remaining Cappadocians, the Giovanni that were in power at the time, groups in the surviving Cappadocians are called the Harbingers of Skulls. There's the
badass though.
Nagaraja. There are the Lamia and the Samedi.
Oh my God!
Yes, and all of them got together and said, "Hey, we've got to stop fighting each other because we all want the same stuff." And they clicked up. And your clan, Hecata, is literally this amalgamation, this
of all these separate people that are working for looking for the same thing.
And they do not play about loyalty. If you are carousing or your interests are varied in any way, if you've been politically compromised whatsoever, it's usually very stern and it's usually very permanent.
On site.
Yep, absolutely. So,
but it sounds like once they've been bought, they stay bought.
correct. So they're part, and they're hey man, membership has its privileges. You are part of a very vast,
You will never
right.
leave.
So nicknames, because I know you love your
Yes.
nicknames. We went through the clan of death. They are the keepers of the grave. They are the family. They are the gravenborn. They are the corpse clan. This is usually derogatory. If you really want to piss one off, you go, oh, there's clan corpse walking through the door. And they are merchants of the dead. So they, once again, literally are trafficking in what they see as value in the commodities of ghosts.
That could be so much fun.
Yes.
That could be so much fun.
So your storyteller hooks are just getting sharpened by
Yeah.
the second. Going through a little bit more of them, of course. Now they are run, and I didn't go into this as much as I wanted to, but they are led by a figurehead known as the Capuchin. Okay, which if you just for a second want to take a walk down memory lane with me to a totally different podcast and a totally different topic, what's my favorite monster in the Northeast that is cute and mischievous?
Oh, it's the Puckwudgies.
It's the Puckwudgie, and I can't help but think that the Capuchin is like the king of all Puckwudgie, and so I'm really having a hard time taking it seriously. But this is secret orchestration.
Yeah.
Nobody ever sees them. The hand in Inspector Gadget, you know, that to the point where it's a little bit of this Kaiser Soze. Maybe it exists. Maybe it's just a myth that is used to keep people in line. Hidden influence, and I didn't go in too much behind it, and the literature will tell you this is one of the most mysterious and powerful characters in all of VT. Well, give me a little bit more about it, and maybe a better name, like the great grand evil Capuchin. I don't know, but like I want to pick it up and pet it. You know what I mean? Like with that name, I'm just. But
once again, we brought this up before the podcast, and you said, "What does this remind you of?" And Katie went, monkeys,
yes.
And I went the crypts with the modern day mummies,
which I think, given their alignment to death, is probably a little bit more plausible than the monkeys, and especially my cryptid analogy. But
yeah.
So we'll talk just a couple of things about playing them and where they're going to struggle. If you're a beginner player coming out and saying, "Hey, you know what? Malcolm did a great little expose." He did. He really did a good job. And I want to get into this Hecata thing because this is that familial mafia structure of power. They're not really good at direct combat. These are not your frontline warriors. These are your machinators behind the scene.
Listen to the whispers.
Absolutely. And public trust, as you might imagine, you're not getting a lot of people. Anarchs don't want them. Sabbats.
Well, yeah.
This is a large faction of vampires, and this is a power group now in modern Knights.
But they're not going to be loyal to you.
No, and that's the thing. Why try to get them affiliated?
they're not going to be loyal to you.
They're not going to be loyal to you. And then emotional connection. They're just like, hey, why? Because you're going to die, and then your memories are worth more than this relationship we would have. They just don't. You're not going to get them to look with empathy out into the coterie and go, what's bothering you guys is also bothering me, right? And
Nope.
it's not one of those things. So I think that they would be a hoot to play. Once again, I think this is when you bring in more of World of Darkness than just the vampires. If I'm going to be doing, ghost debt collection for memories and things, that's, I would want to blow that out a little bit. But yeah, they do not get along well with the Bruja.
Okay, I could see that.
And where they're not part of the Camarilla, I believe that they have some sort of understanding of the value of Masquerade, but that's just me thinking it. Bruja do not like the cold fragmentation of the Hecata.
They're passionate. Yeah, the Hecata seems more methodical than they're collecting it. There's not a, we do this because, they're like, we do this because all of us, like, these people, we like these people.
Right.
These people are all in it together. I don't know what the fuck you're doing.
What y'all have going on over there.
Why do I care?
Right. And almost the same thing with the gangrel, but the gangrel a little bit different, where they have more respect for the natural versus the unnatural divide. And death is still death, and final death is still final death. And the Hecata are like, no. That's on the spreadsheet. That's under, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's that. And then Thin Bloods are just viewed as very unstable assets. They don't really, we've got enough actual vampires here. Why would we want the B squad with us, sort of thing? So learned a whole bunch about it. Enjoy Hecata. Any questions, anything to follow through on, or did I hit the high points?
They sound like the opportunity for hooks is endless with that. Mm-hmm. And I can see why it would be issues. Well, and that was the thing about some of these clans. You can play them, but you're going to have problems.
Sure. And it's almost that idea where the more sophisticated the backstory, the more, segmented the history is. There was a clan split here, and these things mattered. It's not just the Bruja's not going to get along with the Venture in the group. You have many more.
But you're going to have this problem with them, too.
Right, exactly. So I think that it's very playable. I think it's very fun, especially if you like that more supernatural, ghosts, bring in, like, and it's almost kind of, I go to the gangrel and a couple others that have the animalism, and you can talk to the birds and the rest. Cool. Well, I can talk to everybody.
I can talk to your dad.
From the graveyard.
Like, I can talk to you, everybody that you've lost.
Right, absolutely. And imagine that power. By having the real truth of how things happen, the guy that was found in his office. Are you
sure that's what really happened? Because I got it on good authority, like that guy,
right?
That's not how that happened.
And even if it's not true, you're the only people that can talk to him. So you can just, your disinformation campaign. Yeah.
These are the ones that listen to the whispers.
Absolutely.
And
absolutely.
Sounds like create the whispers too.
And have the power to say, hey, these are the actual whispers. I know you can't hear them, but I can hear them. So, and it's almost that's why nobody trusts you. You know what I mean? Like you're talking to people I can't even, but I like it. I think that especially the Ravnos, especially the Hecata are almost that. You need to get into the next level of the gaming thing here. And that's not to shoo people away from them. But
work up to it.
I think that there's more hooks. There's more chance for intercoterie strife, perhaps. And then, don't shy away from them. Very cool stuff. And both of those clans, I think, get into the lore a little bit.
Yeah.
If you like what you've heard in this beginner's guide thing, there are volumes upon volumes for both of them and how they fall out and where they come into these modern nights.
There's tons of canon stuff out there.
Gosh, yes, absolutely. I think that it's been fun. I'm so glad that we got to do one, just looking across you. And I am grateful for everybody that's listening out there. We are going to be back next week with more Finding a Toria. If you enjoyed this episode, leave us a little comment. Talk to us if you have conflicting or additional information that we should have had in here. We'd love to know about it, but that was a good beginner's guide look at Ravnos and Hecata. check us out on social media. We're out there.
We're there.
We're having fun doing it. We have a lovely Patreon page that you can access through our wordleafmedia.com/findingatoria webpage. And hey, enjoy your week. Bird, thanks for coming out and doing it.
Thank you. I was very happy about the text message last night.
Absolutely, because we do. We put these things together
Quickly.
with great planning, and yeah, it was an overdue episode. I'm glad that we got it out. Everyone, if you're
Yay.
listening to this, it will be after the holiday, but I hope you had a good holiday weekend, and we will talk to you next week. Tell them bye.
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 This episode of Finding Atoria is brought to you by Wordleaf Media. Find us at wordleafmedia.com/findingatoria if you or anyone you know has stories or other good things to say about TTRPGs. Get a hold of us. You can find us on all the social medias.
This episode of Finding Atoria is brought to you by Wordleaf Media. Are you interested in sharing stories of your favorite TTRPG experiences? If so, reach out at www.wordleafmedia.com/contact us on our socials, or you can now leave a comment on your favorite Finding Atoria episode at our Wordleaf Media YouTube channel.